Are you ready to ride the frequency? Are you ready to ride the frequency? To ride the frequency?
Welcome, everybody, to another edition of Riding the Frequency by Lady Leanne Curtis, being broadcast on Bigfoot Outlaw Channel. Lady Leanne, how are you doing there?
Thank you for hosting me. Thanks, everybody, for being patient. Somebody got stuck on a train.
Yes, and Mary is not washing her hands, but yes, thank you for asking.
I asked her if that's what they call it now. Being
Yes.
stuck on a train.
Stuck on a train, yeah. It's very,
Like,
so how was your weekend?
It was peaceful. It's been very peaceful here in my bubble because it's been peaceful here between my ears. You know, there's a direct correlation. Hey, Roger. Oh, hi, David.
David, yes. Roger, David, Twisted, everybody. Denise is in the house. So, yes, thank you, little Twisted. Follow Leanne. Absolutely.
All of you. If I play my little pipe, we can leave town together. That'll be
That's
great.
right. Yeah, we all can jump on the train. It's going somewhere.
Right. On the frequency train. I think we're all on a frequency train, whether we want to be or not. You know, there it is.
Bruce?
Right. You know, I used to, new thought, Ralph Waldo Emerson, people like Thomas Troward, Bruce Lipton, all kinds of people. Ernest Holmes, Science of Mind. You know, I used to go on Sundays, and it's just, even then, one of the things we said every week within the opening talkie time where everybody joins in, you know, we're a part of, there's only one mind, and we're a part of that mind. And to the degree that we're conscious of it, we're able to use it as we navigate. And I didn't understand. I understood, but I didn't understand. I understood intellectually for the longest time. I mean, and I'm not a dumb gal, you know, but when you're so indoctrinated and so feely, like I'm a really feely person, lots of feels. It's probably why, among one of the reasons I chose to be an artiste, you know, because feelings, you know, and something I learned this week, emotions and feelings are two different things. Like feelings, emotions, fear and love, you know, and then the feelings. So that was kind of an interesting concept to sit with. You know, I kind of poked at that for a little while.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's something to ponder, you know, giving yourself the space to ponder these things is huge. Not a lot of people do. You know, I was talking to my husband today. The phone rang, and usually I my ringers are all off. When somebody does call, I'm like, I don't have gatekeepers that I act like I do. It's called do not disturb. On all my, so I don't know when people, and then I miss stuff because I'm not attached to this thing the way some people are, you know. I don't know. It's giving yourself the time and space to be away from these devices and these divisive things that with which we live daily. And remembering there's something besides technology, like we're kind of cool technology. My teacher at Rudolf Steiner used to say, they speak about the body, the human body, as if it's a computer. It's not a computer. It's, you know, well, sentient computer. I think computers are in the World Wide Web. It's like a carbon copy of consciousness, right? Think of something, bring it up on a screen, you point, you click, and then it shows up at your door if you're doing commerce, like, or if you want to instantaneously find out something, whether it's information, disinformation, misinformation, it comes up like that, whatever it is. Not going there. kind of went there. Yeah, man. And then I don't know. So just time to contemplate, and then back to vocabulary. Like my husband called earlier, and I was saying that I answered the phone without looking who it was, which is, oh, that's weird. You know, and it was my husband, so that's good. And I said, it's just you. And then I thought about that, and we had a little talk about how years ago, one of the people we used to listen to speak, John McClane, so don't use the word just. It's just you. It's kind of disparaging, really, when you use it to, oh, it's just you. I mean, and that wasn't the intention, you know?
Right.
Using the word just to define a time, like I was just in that store. Oh my gosh, right? What a coinky dink. No. But, so yeah, you don't want to use that on yourself either. Knock, knock. Who is it? It's just me. And these things just roll out of our mouths without the awareness. Like, so developing the consciousness of stuff, the consciousness of being aware, the consciousness of there's another life besides this, besides anything in the material world. I'll say it every week, man. Started here with a thought. And is the thought in here? No, not really. It's out here. So it's whatever thought was grabbed and pulled through, and then the vessel took it to whatever tangible form.
Right.
So it goes back to everything's really a creation. Everything from a sandwich to oh my gosh, did you guys just see that?
I don't know what that was. What was that?
You see that? Just something go up there?
Yeah, I did.
The orbs are here, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not
here on the other show too. It was pretty fascinating.
Yeah, that'll happen in this room more than the other rooms. This is where all the orb activity happens. Most of it. Like they follow me in the other rooms, Last night I was definitely communing with them, and they're nothing that feel angry or ugly. So I really kind of don't feel afraid of them. It's fine.
Denise is asking you, Leanne, can you explain emotions and feelings again, please? I'm interested in hearing your opinion.
It's I won't call it it's more like, how I have parrots and they repeat what I say?
Right.
I try to repeat a lot of things that I hear that make sense, that are not what we've been taught. They happen to be not what we've been taught, because I think there's a lot of stuff that has not been taught that exists, with which we could be so more free as a species, individually and as a collective. And that's not just free energy and energetics and all that stuff. So.
Right.
I'm so glad one of those orbs showed up. Like, did everybody see that?
Yeah, that was pretty fascinating.
Did anybody notice that besides me? I mean, I kind of caught it up the corner of my eye and thought I was going nuts. I know one guy who's a forensic video analyst, and he insisted, oh, that's just bugs. Bugs don't move like that, man.
No. Mm-mm.
Like, and they don't come in big round things that when I hold my hand up, they shoot across my hand. Last night I was calling out dead people's names. I was just playing with my dead friends last night. Oh my God. Who says this stuff? Lily, hi.
You'd be surprised at people that do that, though.
Well, yeah, I'm sure there are a lot of people. I mean, it's not mainstream though. It's just still a little weird. We're still generations into, when you see something weird, you ridicule it. When you see something different, be afraid. That's one of the emotions. Like you can't be in love and in fear. Those are the two basic either or. It's not both.
I agree.
Right? You can't be in both of those emotions at the same time. You've got to pick one. And then it's like coloring a coloring book. What pencil are you going to pick up and use? Man, you got two. What are you doing?
Right.
And it's not like What's my neighbor doing? Let's go. Oh, he's using that pen. Okay, maybe I'll use that. Like, no, that's his choice. Stop it. You
Yeah.
know? Grow a fucking sack. Ooh.
Beep.
Slip. I had a slip. She had a slip. I swear there should be a 12-step program for potty mouth.
See, Denise says we have to reprogram ourselves from what we were taught.
Right. But see, whose job is that? Whose job is that? Is somebody going to come in, knock on your door and be like, hey, now, thank God we've got things like YouTube and people who discuss these things just as having just a chat about these things, So here's the other thing I told my husband today. I feel like if anybody goes and Googles, I'm not a scientist. I don't know nothing except what I hear, but I know what I hear. If I hear it from multiple sources, it's good intel. Do you understand what kind of a charge your heart has? Think about it. When your heart stops, what do? They shock it. Right? Shock the monkey. So no, and so how much voltage are they putting in there? And why would they put that much voltage in there if your heart wasn't holding that voltage in the first place? So I feel like every human being could somehow, with your heart and with intention, like Wi-Fi. So Caroline Corey makes aluminum spin on a pin under a.
I saw that.
That's for real, man. That's not fake. Every human being should be able to do that. Like if I could grow up and be my own mommy, right? I would send myself to that school in England where they blindfold the kids. Have you seen that?
Yes, that's crazy.
Come on now. That's not Hollywood special effects. Everybody's listening to celebrities. Why? Stop. Go watch a video about how kids can read books, because the information is in the field, not just on the printed page. It was an idea before it went on a page. So they're the idea. They're in the frequency they're playing in the quanta. They throw balls back and forth. Blindfolded. Throw it to Adam. Adam, throw it to Kira. And they're in a big circle. They're 12 freaking kids, man. That's not fake. I want to do that. I want to live on a planet where people are taught to do that and taught about their energy bodies. Like the other day, I did a really cool exercise. And it's not dissimilar to all the other exercises, but it had to do with energy, and you pulling the energy up your feet, standing up, pulling the energy up your feet in an in-breath and envisioning it going up and then pulling down and then eventually releasing all that and just having it at the same time. The in and out are happening simultaneously. It's not in and out. They're both happening at the same time. Yeah. And so when that happened, I won't say literally. Everybody says literally, but I did. I felt like I was in a toroidal. I was in a toroid. Well, gee, I wonder why. 'Cause yeah, Blanche. Yeah. I'll go that far. It extends. Our personal energy can extend 9 feet. Babies go out 30 feet. No joke. Like some big winged creature. Like bigger than a winged creature. It would swoop down and pick you up. That's how far baby energy. That's why people love babies, So, yeah, now that I've wandered off that way. But to the degree we become conscious of this stuff, you can't delve into something if you don't believe it, if you poo-poo it, if you're going to be, oh, that's weird and that makes me feel icky. Like that icky feeling. That's attached to fear. Icky, fear, I mean, there's neutral, and then there's neutral and up to love and gratitude, and then there's neutral and then down to into the abyss, you know. But neutral is really kind of super good most of the time, I feel like, because it allows you not to have a intellectual opinion, and it allows you, as somebody said to me, I think in the first episode when I was babbling about, so does all this allow you to be more of an empath? Well, yes. You know, I'm a fan of feeling your way through a situation, not always thinking your way through, you know, and then the vocabulary, back to the vocabulary. It's a big deal. Shifting a little word, you know, it's just me. No. Like if
Right. Absolutely.
you're trying to get somebody to calm down because you're feeling like they got weird because they didn't know who was at the door. You don't turn around and say, it's just me. It's only me. Just say, it's me. There doesn't have to be a word in there in the middle. It's me. Or it is I, if you're going to speak snooty English. Paulette. Where's the orb? Shoot by any second. Right? And so, yeah, just mind your guys' vocabulary. You know, vocabulary words carry frequencies. Say it again. You know, I mean, where are you dialed in, like right now? Anybody need to take a breath?
I think a lot of people do.
You know, I have a little neighbor downstairs, and he's had a rough time of it, and he's only 5 years old. You know, I'm not going to get into it, but he's definitely got issues, and that's where I have opinions, Miss Denise. But I'll keep them to myself and hush my mouth because it's not my journey. It's, you know, I believe in boundaries. um, Hope my husband's not listening because he's about to type something like, "Oh yeah, sure." House. Yeah, husband. It's like Phyllis Diller and what was her Fang? Fang back in L.A. pipes in. Um, so yeah, I mean, I don't know. Stop saying I don't know. I do know. Watch
Yeah.
yourself speak. Watch yourself talk. Watch yourself talk. You know, remember to check in and see where your mind is wandering, and then what is the feeling you're having in your heart? Is it fear based emotion wise, or is it love based? You'll know. One feels good. One of them feels good. Do we need to finish the next sentence? I don't think so. I think you guys are already like on this journey. I'm trying to figure out, and this is totally ego and intellect, how to cross this over better into the mainstream.
By doing what you're doing right now.
Okay, by showing up.
Yeah.
By showing
Don't.
up and being me.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I wonder if Vanilla Dick is going to be like, okay, so where's face paint? Well, you know what? You got a little eyes and you got lips and then the hair. This is kind of bedheads. It's hot mess hair. Today you got hot mess hair. Vanilla. Vanilla sent me some Christmas songs, you know.
Really? That's
He said,
cool.
he said it was okay if I played them. One of them just makes me laugh. I can't. It's like a Frank Sinatra kind of sounding guy.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to pull it up. I can try. He told me I was free to play it. I thought I would save it for the Christmas episode. But maybe I won't. We'll see. Oh no. Maybe I will. Because now my email's acting up. Okay, well, so much for that. Well, all right. Well, let's move on to fun things. You know, I've been working on receiving, because I like to give and I like to help, and then I get a little squirmy sometimes when people send me stuff. But I've been so much better about that. I received a box with some swag in it.
Uh-oh.
Gifty. So the first thing I'm going to show you is this. It's an unopened CD. I'm busy reading the book. I'm not opening the CD right now, but I will. So it's music by a Grammy nominee named Russell Walder. And it's from the author of The Biology of Belief, Mr. Bruce Lipton. And it's music for a shift in consciousness. So I
Oh,
don't know if
wow.
you're seeing that. That's kind of, sorry, you're seeing my umbrella, my lighting, so that you can really see all of my sunspots and wrinkles. Great. So there's that. And then the other one, which I read, it's a charming little rhyming fable, and it's based on Bruce Lipton's research. And it's written and illustrated by a lady named Nancy Marie. It's called Passage of Change. Isn't that nice?
Yes.
I know, right? Like it was like Christmas or my birthday or something. There were no nuts and bolts in there though. Like I'm kind of disappointed. I like the screws. There's big bolts in the first package. Like I show you, but I put it away in my because I'm in my let's stay organized space. Okay, so there's another nature, nurture, and the power of love, and it's the biology of conscious parenting. Like let's mandate this in everybody's house.
Right.
Right? So we can reparent ourselves. And if God forbid we go backwards and get pregnant and have another baby,
Wow.
right? I'll know what to do. No, I'm not being flip. I mean, I kind of was being silly, but we're not having any. My body's not doing it. And look, you see how
Yeah.
when he was little, back when Bruce was little. Oh, so cute. What else? We also have new biology, new medicine, the fall and rise of vitalism. Kind of shiny too.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I can't wait to get into this stuff. But like I said, I started with this. What a cool book. Everybody should have one. For the re-education of humanity. And every doctor who's a drug pusher can stop it and teach all of their patients this stuff. Did another orb just go by?
I don't know if I blinked or if it did.
Okay, maybe I'm seeing things. It's okay. There are other packages I got that would make me see things, but I'm not going to talk about those. So here's this. Like, how kind is that?
Oh, that's awesome.
So I think when it was the big birthday basharoo, somebody got a book and somebody made his big brother do something. So it says, to Leanne, thank you for taking your time to participate in my NYC program. I did. Thank you for having an NYC program. I hope this science will enhance your life, for you are, capital A-R-E, a powerful creator. With appreciation, Bruce Lipton, 1024. So yeah, thanks, man. Thanks, David. Really, really nice to have those things here, you know? I love filling my library with things that are helpful, not just to me, but to everybody who's the beneficiary of I don't want to say my new behavior, because I was a rough gal for a while. Like it's funny how anger and anxiety, and I mean, I know about these emotions all too well, and it's not a shrink session here, but I can say that I've literally, some people can say it about drugs, some people can say it about traveling. I can say it about feeling. I've literally felt every emotion there is to feel, and I hung around in some really not good ones for a pretty long time, and intellectually understood the consciousness of this. Had it been explained in frequencies maybe sooner to me, um, I don't know. But everybody has to do what they have to do to get to the point at which they are right now. And now
Yeah,
is what matters, right?
that makes sense.
Yeah, and you don't use your past to feel guilty. You use it to neutrally observe experience so that you can choose to make a different choice or alter something in your now that'll make your future be observed from a different point of view,
Right.
So, I mean, I was just reading again, atoms, they do what the observer projects onto them. They respond to the observer, not the environment. The environment. So we're back to my theory. I think everybody could probably charge a whole city on the electric charge that our hearts manage daily, running our bodies. Like, I think there's something there between piezoelectric pressure on a crystal mixed with the electric current that we have as living beings. There's something there. Like, I wish I understood science better, because I'd mess with it, But I don't know what to do. Like right now, I'd just be like,
The heart can generate 2 to 3 watts of energy per heart.
Okay, there you go. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. That's wild.
600,000 volts. I had a friend named Dennis Dunn. He was the lighting director at CBGB's. He actually made sure I didn't get dyed when I was like 15 and a half running around CBGB. So I would always like climb up the ladder into the light booth and watch from up there so that I wouldn't get steamrolled at Bad Brains shows. Oh, man. Oh, those were the days. Anyway, Dennis, in his later years, bless his heart, he moved to Puerto Rico, where he was from. And I get these drunken calls. He'd tell me 600,000 volts that he was making something with something, and I don't know. He loved to tell big stories. He was kind of like Albert Finney in Big Fish, but it was always based in something true. So we miss him. Hey, Dennis, love you, honey, wherever you are in the ethers. So yeah, who watched the UFO hearing?
I haven't watched too much of it.
They were a little more aggressive this time.
Really? That's
A little
interesting.
bit, mildly more.
They say they have bodies.
Who? The extraterrestrials, the non-human?
The government.
Oh yeah, the government. They have all that stuff. Why would Emery
Yeah.
Smith say that he used to work for Sandia, like it's Sandia Laboratories, offshoot of them, at Kirtland, I think it was. And he would like dice up specimens, and some of them were non-human. The whole thing, it's just so caveman. It's not refined. It really isn't. It's not polite. It's not refined. It's if you want to talk about, let's guess what emotion in which that behavior is based. You probably got 100% chance of getting that one right. It is not loving. It's not, it's not.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys watched, Resident Alien. Anybody watch that? Binged it 3 times through. Space Force. There's another one I've binged 3 or 4 times, and I'm on round 3. I keep talking about For All Mankind. It's on Apple TV. Space Force didn't get picked up for a 3rd season, and I don't think, they can say, oh, it's because there was no viewership. Whoever was writing that, I'll say it again, whoever was writing that is watching the same stuff I'm watching.
Right.
And then I don't know if the theory that content that gets put out to the general public to numb our minds and put concepts in our heads and keep us loving those fight scenes and loving them sex scenes and just keeping us at a low vibratory. There's nothing wrong with having a 3D physical sensual. When I say that, I'm not talking about sex, but sensory, full sensory experience, but it just, I don't know, man. There are places you can hang out, so in your head, that aren't. You can disconnect from that anyway. But I'm where I'm going, I guess, is how the theory that this stuff is connected is not slim and none. I don't think. I really don't. Really don't. And then I watch Exopolitics and I listen to Michael Salla, and he talks about how channelers, whatever, aren't reliable, but Elena Denon is because she's met Thorhan. It's okay, that's good, but I think everybody's a channeler in that if we weren't channelers, we wouldn't be pulling ideas out of the field and manifesting them into our reality. So we're all channelers.
Yes, I agree with that.
So we don't look at ourselves that way. But this is it. It's a tiny shift. You get up every day and you go to your 9 to 5 and you go through all these motions all day long. But what are you doing? You're taking ideas and you're bringing them forth all day long. Every time you take a breath and then exhale it, that's another moment that you've created your body and your physical presence here, So you never aren't creating. Never aren't. Oh, the double negative. Never, ever aren't. Ever don't. What? Yes. My daughter. Ever don't. Yeah, man. Ever don't forget. You're a creator. Whether you're consciously aware of it or not. So here's the game for me. About what can I be consciously aware today? Pick one thing and then try to lace your day. Play a game with yourself. That's what I do. Makes it fun and a little weird. But hey, I'd rather be loved because I'm me. I would rather be hated for who I am than loved for who I'm not. Does that make
No, I
sense?
agree with that. Absolutely. Yeah, it makes sense. Total sense.
And so that's just it. That, the period, full stop. Just sit with that for a minute. I'd rather be disliked for who I am than being loved for who I'm not.
Even Denise says it makes total sense.
And I've heard I've gotten advice. Like, well, if you want to have a relationship with so and so, you're really going to have to behave this way and behave that way, and because they can't tolerate this and they can't tolerate. It's like, okay, well, like, like me, I can't tolerate shoes from outside in my house because that's gross. I live in New York City, and when I was in LA, I didn't like it. Like, now people ride the subway and sit their butts down on the subway. They're not sitting on my couch. That's gross. I'll put a cover on my couch. But too many rules at Leanne's house. Like, well, okay, I've got physical rules.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with that though. If you've got to understand that.
Yeah,
I
but
agree with you though.
Well, and that means family members who have stories about who you are. Some of them, and I think to myself, the years that I stayed in LA, and my mom was this person on the end of a phone, and I talked to her every day, so it wasn't like I was disconnected. I was way too entangled with that woman on every level, but it was never a situation where I wasn't allowed to just be me. She never abandoned me, And I feel like allowing people the space to work out whatever it is they have to work out is the thing to do. And try not to put the societal ideas on, well, doesn't it upset you that so and so doesn't call you ever? Or, no, not really, because that's about them. It's not really about me. If they want to use me as an excuse to do that, that's okay. Like, I used my mom as an excuse to all kinds of stuff forever, till like 2 seconds before she cried. Oh, that woman. We both put up with a lot from each other. I'm very difficult, she used to say. Yeah. Yeah, you are. Oh my God. B-Day is in the country house. I snorted. She used to snort when she laughed. Pretty funny. Yeah. Yeah. So, but yeah, so I'm happy in my skin, like trying to be somebody for somebody so that you get their approval. Like, that is so antiquated. That is the old model. That is not Reboot 2.0.
Yeah, but that's a good thing though.
I think so.
Yeah.
Anyway, so slow drip Hollywood. I think all these stories and all this stuff, just take a good hard look at Space Force. Take a good hard look at For All Mankind. Another good hard look at Resident Alien. It's supposed to be funny, but like this is
Dario's back.
This is how they penetrate the consciousness. They put the ideas while you sit there like in front of the TV. Like, and you go into TVs actually put you into a state, man. They do. That's why people just sit there. Get away from your TV. Turn off the screen. Emergency. Thank you, ambulance. Right on cue. So I can use the city to my advantage.
And Dario from Italy saying hello, Leanne.
Hi, Dario. How are you, honey? How you doing?
So yes.
Yeah, Denise, no kidding. Figuring out who I really am. And I used to say a long time, well, it took me 54 years to get this way, so I should really just, give myself a break. It's going to take this long. What? No, it's not. Thoughts move faster than light. So if you're changing what you're thinking, you're going to see an immediate change. Doesn't take 54 years.
No.
That's insane. That's just another excuse. Excuse why? Oh, well, I think all of us make excuses for why we don't X, Y, and Z. I'm still making excuses for why I'm not sitting down and writing. But I wrote another song, or
Yeah.
took a song. I did another one yesterday. It's almost done. And then I took an old song of my. It's actually an old song of my that we repurposed for somebody, and then it was rejected, and then my daughter was like, I'm like, okay. So I've got all these songs. Okay. I have a hard drive full of that. So I thought, well, it's not doing anybody any good in the hard drive. Do something with it. You know, some of the topics are not very elevated. Some of the topics are more from a space of like the old, just sort of going to dark night of the soul place, you know. Torture, a little torture. It's okay. So, but this one, I changed the lyrics a little bit. So hopefully I'll be done with that soon. I don't know if I can play it without. I could play a little of it, maybe. Does anybody have any questions for me?
No, they're sitting there commenting, they agree with you, and yes. It's such a freedom to give up people that's pleasing, try to please them. Yeah, they're agreeing with you.
But I think we get taught to please people, like our parents. You want to please your parents so you don't get in trouble, right? It starts there. Like the whole idea of you behave, and then people, when you're little, how much do parents go, yes, yes, yes? You know, most of the time it's not yes. Most of the time they put you on a pedestal, or they're screaming no, scaring you. Like, what? No, oh, what?
Right.
You know, that's not coherent. But I guess that's right. Speaking of non-coherent, the little kid downstairs, I saw him starting to have one of his fits. I was over at the house watching him. His mom put a limit on him and flipped his nonsense. But I saw him. I told him, you know, the one thing I told him, I gave him a speech about breath. First thing you do, last thing you do. When things are going cuckoo, it's the one thing you can rely on. You can control that, like space or breath. So I saw him. His eyes went, ugh, seriously. And the next thing I know, he's going, like that, right? Oh, wow. That's good. So yeah,
Wow.
it does work. Words teach a little bit, but mostly experience is what teaches. So go out and have experiences. Make good choices. Love-based, not ego-based. Do it. I mean, it's fun. It's fun to go have ice cream. It's fun to go do fun stuff, you know. But it's also fun to sit still. Once you get the hang of it, it's not a drag. I thought it would be, but it's not. It's actually so good. Anyway, so yeah, what? This is like the biggest ADHD all over the place, loopy conversation. Like my friend Greg Bornstein, open loops. I'm an open loop. I'm a loopy open loop. Fruit Loops. She's Fruit Loops, ladies and gentlemen. Fabulous. Well, so talk about the train. Tell me about this train you were stuck on. What's going on over there?
So where she lives is out in the country. And
Mary?
there's this one road, you're right. And there's this one road to get to her place. And this train tracks runs right in the middle of it. And it's like,
Oh, so was it the train that just the never-ending train and car after car?
Yes.
There waiting for.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's like, really? So, but yeah.
Okay.
I know.
And I saw you reviewed a head raiser.
Yeah, I did. A manufacturer reached out to her like, hey, we're going to send you some stuff. We want you to try it out and give us some reviews.
Why don't you come here and shave my head? I'll give you a review.
And I'm very particular about head shavers, right?
You know, it's sensitive skin. Heads bleed, man. There's a lot of capillaries.
Yeah.
A lot of
And,
capillaries up there, and you don't want like scabs, and then you're picking your head. Like, wasn't that
Right.
movie, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre? He was like picking his scabs and eating them.
And then they like my video so much, they're like, "Hey, we're going to sponsor you, and each one you sell, we're going to give you commission." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Really?" I'm like, "That's pretty cool."
Wow.
So, yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah,
That's
so they gave me they gave me a pro edition set for everything. So yeah. So Mary's doing the production work on the commercials for me as I'm making them. So, right.
I think you should come here, and I think you should let me buzz your head on camera.
I told you we're going to do some filming next year. I'm going to follow you around everywhere and film you.
Only if I can buzz your head on a full moon.
Yeah, right. A day in the life with Lady Leanne. We're going to go live.
I don't
Maybe do like 24 hours or something.
can't handle a day in my life.
Probably not. We'll have cameras all around your apartment. When you go outside, we'll film you and look at you.
At my apartment. So much for walking around naked. Oh wait,
she said naked.
Sponsor.
She said naked.
What? I did, but that's not a cuss word. See, I said cuss.
No, Oh, Lorna, I've got manufacturers reaching out to me daily to try their product and be their spokesperson. It's crazy. So
well, yeah, because you've got a good personality. Hi.
They make fun of my accent. Do I talk that funny?
Well, if you're from New York, yeah. But see, I don't talk like this. All my cousins talk like that, right?
Right.
My mom didn't speak like that. We don't. No, that was the rest of the family. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened.
So
they weren't speaking French from the time they were little. It does a thing to your accent. It does something. Definitely does something.
Well, everybody around here, they, I went to get something done. They're like, "Where are you from?" And I'm like, "Why?" They're like, "Because you talk funny." And I'm like, "What the hell?" I was like, "Shut the front door."
You know what? You should tell them they're the ones that talk funny.
They do. They're aliens. I try to tell Mary she talks funny.
Mary talks funny?
Yeah.
Talks funny? Really?
She does.
Why?
The only thing she does all day is laugh at me. See, she's laughing right now.
Well,
I even had her eye doctor in stitches, and I wasn't even saying anything funny today. I told her eye doctor she makes me wear an outfit. She makes me cook and clean, do dishes, laundry, and wash windows.
See, okay, I have a picture of my husband cleaning in his outfit. He was in underwear, and he had pink living latex gloves up to here. I swear.
Okay, all right. I get some mental pictures now.
My device, it's good for something. See, I don't want to spend time like scrolling. But boy, oh boy, I want to find that picture. Oh my God. What would you put in the search in your iPhone? Man in.
Oh, yes, Dario, there is a different dialect all across the daggone country. From Leanne down south to out west. Yeah.
The Leanne dialect? What the heck is that?
Yeah, you talk different too.
But I don't talk funny. I say funny things.
Oh, you do say funny things. You know how hard it is to sit here. Look, he's over there. Denise is laughing.
Oh, man. Yeah, I've got pictures of myself standing on the toilet, like posing. I can't find the one with him in his underwear cleaning the.
Well, they're making fun of me, a lot of my followers, because I did the Manscaped device, the shaver. And I was like, well, if your significant other, your woman's Yuha or Yaha or Taha, whatever you want to call it, you want to use it too.
Okay, so I used to take my husband's nose sweeper.
I knew you was going to say it. I knew you was going to say it. Every woman does it.
No, No, but it's not. I wasn't shaving my twat.
That's what
I'll
I thought you were going to say.
Easy freaking audience, man. Hey, Tim. Oh
I
no.
really thought she was going to say that.
No,
Look at
no.
Denise is laughing too.
Okay, so here.
It's on the other line. What is this?
Who's on the other line? What is this? We're live. We're live. I warned you. I was going to put you on my show. So we're talking about head shavers, like shaving, face shaving. Do you remember you had your little mustache trimmer? The electric mustache trimmer?
He's laughing too.
I think so, but I don't know. I thought that those had disappeared along with the Ford Pinto in like 35 years ago.
No, you had that electric thing. It was, thank God it wasn't a Ford Pinto and didn't blow up in my, on the dog. I used to use it on the dog. Remember when I wanted to save money on the groomer? And so I would shave the dog's hoo-ha with his.
Oh!
And he's wondering why it's dull. And I'm going,
Oh my
like,
God.
yeah, smells like the Yorkshire Terrier. No.
Oh my Lord, she did not. Oh my gosh.
And then I was telling him about that picture I have of you when you were cleaning the toilet on Everglade Street in your underwear and the living gloves. I don't know if you had slippers on. No, in my crazy imagination, I wanted to put like swim fins on his feet, but no, he was barefoot in his underwear cleaning the toilet. I mean, this is my husband. Like he cleans the toilet, he cleans the bathroom. When I was pregnant, he changed all the cat litter. Say something, honey.
Oh my goodness gracious!
This is great. Oh, this is funny.
Did somebody access my stuff through the Freedom of Information Act or something? I mean,
No, but we could make it a video call and then they could actually see you.
oh my God! How could this be happening?
Oh, this is
How
funny.
can this be happening? Because you decided to marry me. That's how it's happening. I dare you.
There's some events you just never put behind you. Okay.
Come on. Wait until we get into it. Like I should have the weekly call to my husband because this is fun. Come on, get on the camera. Do it.
No, I actually to get back to doing other things besides this trip down memory lane. Fairy tales. Now I know why the guy called himself Grim.
Grimm's fairy.
Right.
Oh my gosh. Blaspheming. He just said JC. Okay, well, tell everybody how much you like the Joe Dispenza videos.
I like the Joe Dispenza videos.
You hear it, those parakeets?
Yeah.
That's what's left of my 50 parakeets. And then there's one crazy cockatiel. He's got them there, and he's got a 20-pound cat who's got teeth problems. I keep telling him, send me your animals and yourself. He won't do it. It's like, it's not that he doesn't like.
You work with Statute of Liberty, isn't that when you say, send me your poor, your weak, your disenfranchised, or whatever, then they all come here to Manhattan. Okay.
Yeah, well, we're not going to talk about that because that's going to be the next. Oh God. Yeah, they all come to Manhattan, and now look, $6 billion later.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you need to go back to work, but one of these weeks he's going to do his impression of my mother. That'll be good.
Oh, that's funny.
Yes, on another day. This was a kind of a surprise candid camera, but all right.
Yeah, that's the way it's going to have to be because if I warn you, you won't go to voicemail. I can count on he's so busy he's going to forget that it's Monday and what time it is, and he'll always answer the phone. All right, I love you. Bye. Say bye, everybody.
Bye.
Beavis and Butthead.
That was funny. I can't believe he shaved the dog's hoo-ha.
I did.
Oh my Lord, that's hilarious.
You didn't think so. Memories, like the hoo-ha of my dog.
Oh my Lord.
I cleaned it with alcohol when I was done. Like it was a cool
Oh.
mustache trimmer though, because it had the little thing that, like the little cover on it, that it had like a number 1, number 2.
Oh.
Well, because you don't want to catch a dog's hoo-ha hair, because the next thing you know, she'll turn around and be like, right? It's Yorkshire Terrier. One thing I never had to deal with my Rottweiler. They have nice coarse hair. You don't trim them. You just wash the dirt off them. There's no Yorkshire Terrier, the hair. Hypoallergenic dog.
Oh my Lord.
Layla. Yeah.
So what we got going on for next week? Hoo-ha cutting.
A dog butt. Dog's butt. No.
Oh my Lord.
Maybe I'll finish reading the book.
Oh.
There he is now.
Mm.
And look, it's like we have a whole time thing, a timeline. And then look.
Oh, you sure do.
Look at my fingernails are gross.
Me out.
I used to get my nails done by Larry. That was a whole other thing. So I don't know, man. What do you guys, if you guys have any suggestions or if you want me to talk about anything, you're welcome to throw down on Facebook or bother him, or I don't know what side it's on.
You cracked me up. You got me like that was hilarious.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah. I wish Vanilla Dick would show up. We need to call him one of these weeks.
Oh, that'd be hilarious too. So that's hilarious.
I try. It's just life imitating art, imitating life. That's what I do.
Right.
Under my little pyramid.
Oh, I love it.
My Fairy Lights pyramid. It does.
I love it.
I love it too. All right. Well, so yeah, we didn't even get to talk about the whole Wicked toys at Walmart. That's probably better. We can save that for next week. And the Moo Moo's going cuckoo with the Vanilla Dick's music. And I feel sorry for anybody who's listening right now, because that just sounded like gibberish. But you guys know what I mean. Live from New York, it's Riding the Frequency.
That's right. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, check out LadyLeanneCurtis.com. Yes, it's LeanneCurtis.com.
It's the Talking Poinsettia.
And don't forget her Spotify. All of her links are down below. Check it out. And we got a show in 20 minutes. Don't forget to tune in for that. Good night, everybody. Godspeed. We'll catch you in the next
show. Thanks for hosting me. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
Frequency. I'm Leanne. Are you ready to ride the frequency?